Welcome back to the Sports Minorities Podcast, your home for not-so-expert analysis and plenty of shit talking, especially after this past weekend. I'm your host and resident Titans fan, JC, who is at least happy we have a kicker now. Joining me, we got...
Chicken Wing, we beat the shit out of the Steelers. Fuck them, fuck the Rams, and fuck the Giants in week 3. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good evening, New York Giants fans. I just have to say, this is DJ, a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I'm coming to you with a piece of advice, and that advice is very simple. It's from now on, when the Cowboys are on your schedule, before the game even begins, just go ahead and mark down an L on the calendar. That will save you a lot of pain and heartache because you believe you're actually going to win a game that you can't. I'm telling you this as a friend. Now, as a Cowboys fan who hates you, fuck y'all, you lost by 40.
Bitch!
I gotta follow that.
Yeah.
Man. Well, this
Good
is
luck.
Phil, the only with Jags fan, the only team that has a winning record in the AFC South.
Does that hurt?
Keep,
I'm sorry. I'm quit.
keep that one. We'll keep that one going.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Oh, actually, you know what? That reminds me, Phil. You brought up a good point. Sorry about the chewing. I think the Giants are the only NFC East team that don't have a win right now.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So, if you're wondering where Nori and Rob are, well, Rob probably fell asleep again. And Nori, well, he has to get up early. Well, not able to join us for work, so he claims. But after the thrashing his Giants got 40-0 on Sunday night, yeah.
I'd be embarrassed too. No, I'd be embarrassed too. No, fuck that. I would retire from sports minorities at that point.
Nori did, however, send me his picks for the week, so we'll kind of call those out as we go through our picks for week 2. So, but let's get into the show. We'll recap week 1, discuss week 2. Sporting news-wise, well, obviously the injuries are the big one, and the biggest one is Aaron Rodgers, whose first season with the Jets barely made it a series, if that. And as feared, he tore his Achilles, done for the year. And while the Jets somehow came away from that game with a victory, a lot of Jets fans out there do not feel optimistic with the Cougar chaser at the helm. So, yeah.
Look, JC, if the correlation between banging Cougars and playing football is equivalent, then they have a shot to make the playoffs. If it's not, then I don't believe in their chances.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true or not. Someone has to explain that to me. I'm not sure. That's just a thought that I have.
Yeah, I said it last week. I thought they were oversold to begin with, but they did beat the Bills. For what that's worth.
I mean, is that a matter of that team just stepping up, or the Bills starting to fall off? Like, what was it? I mean, the Bills just should have had that one easy. So,
I don't know what the hell's going on with Josh Allen, but this started later in this last season where he just started being turnover prone.
Yeah.
And then if you look at this game, he's just throwing the ball down the field. I mean, he threw in the double coverage twice and he got picked off twice, and then he threw a pass that I don't really understand why he threw it, but I guess he and Jordan Whitehead have some sort of handshake deal, like help me raise my stats or something like that, because 3 picks to the same guy, but he's just tossing the ball up, and then a snap goes right to him, it bounces off his chest, he picks it back up, then gets hit and drops the ball again. So technically, he fumbled twice in one play. If we're being honest. So I don't know what the deal is, man. He's just turning the ball over like Dak Prescott did last year. Yeah, I said it.
Real quickly before we continue on, I'll just go ahead and just recap how we did on our picks. Nori went 10-6 to win the week. DJ and Phil went 9-7. Rob 8-8. Chicken Wing 7-9, and Yes, I think I had the worst week in the history of this podcast. 4-12,
Impressive.
everybody. That's right.
That's music to my ears.
Got y'all right where I want you. I always have the bad
Okay.
week at some point. I didn't really have it last year.
Okay.
I guess I was saving it for week 1 of this year, so I just figured I'd get that
Okay.
bad week out of the way. And
Nah, that's music to my ears. You're gonna get it again.
nah, no,
It's great.
Just remember, you're the reigning champion
yeah, no. So
from first to worst.
Oh,
it's gonna
oh.
go from
Maybe
worst to
it's a
first.
curse.
It's a long season, people. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, week 1, those are our overall records, but we'll kind of go through now in order here and just discuss what picks you regret, what surprised you, and DJ, we'll start with you. Any picks you regret on the week?
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, there is. It's the Bengals. I, I, I just figured that since we're talking about a Joe Burrow who I don't know took his team to the Super Bowl one year, got to the AFC Championship one year, I just figured he'd come out this year, contracts, all that good stuff, and play some great football. Nah, they put up 3 points.
Yeah.
So I definitely wish I would have picked the Browns instead of the Bengals, who I guess forgot how to play football. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, that's the only one I regret. Um, Surprise pick. I wouldn't even say it's really a surprise pick. I picked the Cowboys to win, but I damn sure didn't think that it was going to end up in a route like that.
Yeah.
History shows that the Cowboys play the Giants. The game goes into the fourth quarter. It's close. One team makes one more play or two more plays than the other and wins. I mean, last year, both meetings, the Cowboys won, but they were within one score. First game, won by 7. Second game, won by 8. We we beat their ass from pillar to post, and it was wonderful. I mean, the game was over at halftime, and the only reason why I didn't stop watching, well, there's 2 reasons. One, the Giants' misery gives me sustenance. So I had to continue watching that. But two, we saw last year a team who shall remain nameless, Chargers, blow a 27-point lead in the playoff. So I figure I don't want to just turn the TV off or end the game because I figure there's still an opportunity for mistakes to happen, complacency to set in. Giants make some sort of crazy ass comeback in front of their home fans, and then in the fourth quarter it goes down the wire. Nah, we scored another touchdown, it's 33-0, and then the craziest part was Micah Parsons is the voice of reason asking the Giants why they left Daniel Jones in to continue getting his ass kicked while the score is 40-0. We'll let Brian Dable answer that question because I can't answer that.
Yeah.
Shit. Outside of that, pretty much everything else kind of went the way I thought it would go. I can say I didn't. I think the Dolphins look scary. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Tua, when Tua's healthy, that's probably the most dangerous offense in the league right now. They're putting up crazy points, and Jalen Waddle's there too. So I don't know, man. This is going to be a crazy season
Yeah,
for sure.
we said Miami and the Chargers was going to be the game of the week, and man, it was. It was really
Absolutely.
good. So, all right, Phil, your thoughts on week 1?
Yeah, so I'm in another pick'em league where you have to rate your confidence for picks. So you have 16, all the way down to 1.
Yeah.
My 16 was Eagles Patriots and picked the Eagles. 15 for my 15th in confidence, I picked the Bills. 14th, I picked the Chiefs. 13th, I picked the Bengals.
Dang.
So I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
I mean, could we attribute it more to either Joe Burrow having a slow start like he consistently does, or has Cleveland's D really improved and we're just sleeping on him?
it has me
Well,
wondering if Burrow's even fully 100% healthy too. You know,
I mean,
because he got hurt early in the preseason. I don't know if he was 100% ready to go, but yeah, I've never seen him play this bad, even back to his college days.
No, not never. But that's what I'm thinking. Like I don't think Burrow is the complete reason why they got shut out so bad. I legitimately think Cleveland's defense is just that much improved, and we're all sleeping on them.
well,
He wasn't. He was the only one.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him start off that slow.
Yeah.
So slow start for sure, but not like this.
Not like
That
that.
was insane.
Yeah,
That
No,
was
held to
embarrassing.
3
but I'm
points
sure-
is
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Nori believed in the massage parlors, bro. He didn't believe in the defense. Let's get it right.
I'll let you know after this week when they play the Giants, I guess.
Ooh, damn! Shots
Oh.
fired.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Chicken Wing.
Can't argue with that.
Any picture regret? Any surprises from week 1?
I regret all the picks that I lost because fuck Nori.
Wow.
The hatred is there. Honestly, the pick I regret is believing in Ryan Tannehill and Chicago. Those are the two games I regret picking.
Would you care to expound upon your reasoning for believing in Ryan Tannehill? Would you care to expound on why you regret that, please?
D Hop.
Well, yeah, I kind of tried to force it to him a few times.
Yeah,
So,
that's really it. D Hop. I believe D Hop will be the difference maker on that team, along with King Henry, and I really hope that JC didn't have to depend on his kickers too much. So touchdowns over field goals, but obviously I was wrong.
I was confident at least knowing we're kicking a field goal. Nick Folks got it. I'm like, all right, we're cool.
Right? Yeah,
It was nice. It was nice.
I ain't mad at that.
So
I'm just more. I mean, there's that, and then the, Denver Vegas pick. I mean, y'all heard me. I couldn't pick between those two. Really, I really couldn't pick between those two. So that one was the true point flip of that week. But honestly, Chicago. Thinking that Chicago have fixed a lot of their issues. They were playing good. They were playing better. Justin Fields is getting the pieces that he needed. And Green Bay fucking smoked him with Jordan Love. Fuck out of here, bro. No, that's just...
Aaron Rodgers signed over his ownership of the Bears to Jordan Love. That's basically what it is.
He really did.
Yep. So
Well, here's the thing. I was thinking about that. So we have said for a while, especially last year when Aaron Rodgers said, "I fucking own you." That helped. But then Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. Is it really Aaron Rodgers that owns the Bears, or do the Packers own the Bears?
No, it's
the Packers.
It's Aaron,
Beat
bro.
the Bears that.
It's Aaron. As long as he's been a Packer, nah. Because even when Brian Urlacher was fucking linebacker for the Bears, Aaron was still just slicing and dicing that defense, bro.
yep.
Yeah, but Favre was before him too. So
Facts. Slicing and dicing
I don't know.
that defense, bro. Soldier Field ain't shit when it comes to Green Bay.
Well, it just seems like Green Bay owns the Bears then. No matter who the
you're
quarterback
right.
is.
You're right.
Jordan Love, I'm not saying he's a scrub by any means. I mean, he did study under Aaron Rodgers for years. So, I mean, you got to pick up something when you study under a future Hall of Famer. But
I sure should hope
he
so.
goes into Chicago and they dropped 38. 38? Jordan Love put up 38 against Chicago.
I know. Yeah. Instant regret. Yeah. I mean, the Rams shocked me, sure, but I just wanted both teams to lose, but obviously I couldn't get my way,
No, that's not. Yeah, that's.
And I don't regret the Jets beating the Bills. That's more of the shocker than anything.
Yeah.
When Josh Allen turns the ball over 4 times, what did you expect to happen?
I have no answer.
Yeah,
and I
neither do I.
I did pick the Buccaneers to be the worst team this year, and then they came out and beat the Vikings. Jordan Jefferson and all.
But the Texans did not disappoint. They got their ass beat, so yay!
Can always count on that, right?
I can.
Yeah, shocker, I know.
Yeah. As for me, I had 12 picks I didn't hit, so which one I guess I have to only pick one that I regret. It would probably be Pittsburgh. I didn't think they were going to shit the bed as much as they did. So, but
You picked
they
the
did.
Jags to lose in Indy, as I recall.
Hey, I was just following
Yeah,
history
you
trends.
did.
I have no regret about that. So, and for a good while, it was looking pretty close.
Oh yeah, facts. I agree with
You was
JC, but
sweating,
like,
Phil, don't lie.
Nah.
I was sweating. I'm over here like, man, JC gonna be right again. Nah, bro, like this curse has got to break sometime this year. I'm like, come on, make me a believer. Holy
Man,
That
I
was
was
shit!
going to throw this
12
out there. Now that Jacksonville broke that curse, how funny would it be if the Colts broke that curse and they go to Jacksonville?
I would fucking laugh at that shit, bro. Hands down, I'll go laugh at that shit. No problem.
Well, when the third quarter hit and the Colts put up 14, I said, "You got to be fucking shitting me. This is not happening again."
Sweating, bro. Sweating.
Richardson looked good. Richardson did look good.
Yeah.
He did.
So,
I will say this: since DJ is a stat person, I brought a couple stats of my own.
oh, all right.
So
look at you. I knew you wanted to be me, Mike. I told you. so.
no. I want to be you. Okay, just rubbing off of you, but I don't want to be you. Okay, fucking ridiculous. I'll never be you. Anyway, so because of Sunday night in NFL history, Nori's gonna hold all these records. I fucking love it too. No team has ever lost 40-0 or worse. Lost the sack battle 7-0. Lost the turnover battle 3-0. Had a field goal blocked and return for a touchdown and throw a pick six in the same season. The Giants did it all in the same game. Bro, fucking wonderful. The Giants, y'all have a special place in my heart for holding all those records. Thank you, Giants. Thank you.
And DJ, you're welcome for that meme that I threw up in the
Oh,
group chat for that.
absolutely. Don't worry. You were going to get credit. I actually had something planned specifically for this. You were going to get credit, but Mike, it's all good. It happened at some point in the show. That's all I care about. So thank you very much for posting that. That has been
Facts.
saved and downloaded to every single mobile device that I have. Very much for that.
He got that shit in the cloud, bro. You'll never let this go.
Even though he
Yeah.
sent it in, he went back.
Exactly.
I'm like, hey, I need to download this shit real quick, guys. Don't worry about it. I need that real quick.
Make it your phone's wallpaper.
Yeah.
He probably should. He probably would. Hey, actually, that picture of Kyle Pitts. So, DJ, you didn't see this. So, Norris is the picture of Kyle Pitts when, Pitts, right? Yeah, Kyle Pitts when he was all like, frustrated, and it had to score 30-7, right? It was like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So, Norris took the picture. I downloaded that picture, put that as my lock screen, and since I sit next to a Pittsburgh fan, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, and I lock it and I move my screen so she could see it. Bro, she was pissed, bro. She was like, "Don't you ever talk to me the rest of the day." I was like, "What's wrong? What is the problem? I don't understand. Like, all I did was go take a leak. That's it." She's like, "You know what you did?" I was like, "Listen. Oh, you mean this was a great game? Did you watch it?" Nah, I was insufferable.
It was a great game if you were a Niners fan. It was not a great game for the Steelers fans. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, I rather lose by 23 than by 40.
Facts.
Man,
I guess we can ask Nori about that and see how he feels.
I mean, you're right, because Pittsburgh did put up points.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. All right, I'm sorry, JC. My bad.
Yeah. So this
Carry
is
on.
just a wild week. I feel. Any of y'all think that sometimes, because we have only 3 preseason games right now, sometimes week 1 now is like almost for some teams a 4th preseason game? Because man, there's just so many teams that looked out of sync. You know, we thought KC was going to be better. Cincy, of course, just looked bad. Minnesota, for crying out loud, did not look well. Chicago looked bad. Seattle, didn't expect that to happen. And then, Buffalo, we already talked about that as well. So,
I mean, I don't think it's a 4th preseason week. I think it did answer a lot of questions because Kansas City without Kelsey, they have no offense.
Yep.
yeah.
Well,
They have no offense.
Wait. We can't say that they have no offense because Kelsey's not there. I will tell you this though: when you have a receiver forget to bring his hands to the game, Kadarius Toney talking to you.
Jesus, then
It's going to cause problems, especially when Patrick Mahomes tries to find you in the fourth quarter on a game-winning potentially drive, and you are wide open, but you just muffed it. Just let it hit the ground. Like you didn't
Doc, my
even want it.
man
Like, you know
deleted
what? I
his
don't want to win
Twitter.
this game. I'm not good.
Why would you bring it up? My man deleted his Twitter. Leave him alone, bro.
Well, that's
Let him suffer enough.
They weren't catching passes. They were typing on a computer or on a phone. That's
I
where
mean, you're right.
But his job, which is catching the ball, he wasn't doing that. That's not
You're
something
right.
he was ready to do.
And the sad part is, out of all of this, I didn't see any TikToks from Juju. Had I saw a couple TikToks from Juju, we probably would have had the Patriots winning that game. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I did see a great meme out there for the Lions. Like they're like just on cloud nine. It's like the last game they played last year, they eliminated the Packers from the playoffs. And
Fucking
in this
great.
game they came and they beat the Chiefs,
Fucking
who are the
great.
Super Bowl champs.
Oh my god. Fucking great. Oh, Phil, you didn't see this one, so I already told DJ and I already showed JC. But there was a meme that came out and it said the Cowboys beat the Giants so bad. Now they have to remember both 9-10 and 9-11. I was like, fuck.
Jesus.
Fuck, bro. The internet is brutal. Guys, stay off of Twitter. Now X.
Why is
stay off that shit.
What, the X makes no sense.
Because Elon Musk loves the letter X. Don't you get it? SpaceX, Tesla, the X model. X, the site, bro. That's his letter, bro.
Convert to the Nation of Islam, so it just changed its name to X. Is that what's going on?
Hey, might as well at this point. Yeah. But yeah, stay off Twitter, guys.
Well,
it's not healthy.
He converts to whatever he wants because he's got the money for it. So whatever he converts it to, he can make it. It's fine. Just do whatever he wants.
Just give me more memes,
do it
bro.
if you have too much money.
Yeah.
That's all I want is more memes.
I got one along this in the same vein. I'll send it to the site right now.
Oh
boy.
Ooh. Okay.
This is going to be
I'm pretty sure
it's
made up, but it's something.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a little bit of sports news to call out. First of all, the Braves have clinched their 6th straight NL East title.
As expected.
Keeping it baseball, Max Scherzer, due to injury, is out for the regular season and potentially the postseason. So, the big trade the Rangers made for their ace pitcher, they may not have him the rest of the way, are in danger now of missing the playoffs. So, and then finally, the NBA has okayed a tougher policy on teams that are resting players. The short of it is basically you cannot rest more than one star player for a game, especially ones that are on national TV or in-season tournament, things like that. And there's some pretty
so in other words
for that.
Kawhi Leonard has to rework his entire contract.
Yeah, right. Unless they're injured, obviously, but you can't, they can't just be like 100% healthy. It's like, load management kind of thing. So,
man, that's a shot at Coach Pop, bro. Fuck the NBA.
Yeah, it's stupid. So, there's a lot in there. There's exceptions for age, minutes played, all this other stuff. But, teams are just going to throw players on injury reports and say soreness as a means to get them off and get rest. It's not that difficult. People will find a way around it. So, yeah.
Sore ankle. Oh, yeah. He can't play on it. No, can't do it.
Sorry. We're just not comfortable with it. Looks a little inflamed, so. All right. Well, let's now move into our week 2 picks, guys. Let's see how much of us are overreacting to what happened last week, how much of it's going to affect how we pick this week, and week 2 is always difficult because you only see 1 week of them playing regular season, and it's hard to adjust to that. So, will the Saints play the law of averages like they did for most of the first part of last year? So, we'll see. Our pick order this week is Nori, DJ, Phil, Rob, Chicken Wing, and then myself. Nori, of course, not joining us, but he did send me his pick, so I'll call that out here. So, all right. And let's go ahead and get started with the Thursday night game. First game of the season on Amazon Prime. It is Minnesota at Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure I can ask this with Philly favored by 7. Yep. Is anybody picking Minnesota to beat the Eagles?
Hell no.
Nope.
As Nori would say, well, you got to understand, JC. You got to look at all the fucking tools that fucking Philly picked up, right? And yeah, they had an ugly win, but they're definitely going to smack the shit out of Kirk Cousins. There you go.
pretty good impression you got there. So.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well played.
All right, Las Vegas at Buffalo. I'm sorry, I missed one. Green Bay at Atlanta. Excuse me. Both teams 1-0. Green Bay favored by 1.5 on the road. Nori is picking Green Bay. DJ, what about you?
I am also going with Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Yep, I said it.
All right, Phil.
I concur.
Chicken wing.
I'm definitely concurring. Jordan Love is not the truth, but they're not losing to Atlanta.
I'm actually going with Atlanta.
Oh my Lord Jesus! No, here we go, guys. This is no. Here it is. JC is starting his comeback. He was like, "Yep, I'm gonna give you guys week 1. I'm not gonna do shit," but now I'm starting to come back. I understand. Okay.
And as Noah was
about this team, just saying something about this team. So y'all thought it was crazy last week, and what would happen? So
he would be like, "JC's just gonna throw shit to the wall till it sticks." I'm sorry.
Yeah. Still a pretty good impression, but yeah. All right, Las Vegas at Buffalo. Nori taking Buffalo on this one. DJ, what about you?
Well, as long as Josh Allen doesn't believe that one of the Raiders' DBs is his teammate, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
All right. Phil.
Yeah, I think Bills just shit the bed for week 1. I'm not sold that they're totally falling off yet. I'm going Bills.
All right. Chicken wing.
To kind of piggyback what DJ said, unless Josh Allen is colorblind, I don't see him throwing to a black and white jersey when his team is blue and red and white. So we're just assuming he's not colorblind, but if he is, God help us all. Buffalo for the win.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo. I expect them to bounce back. I know that was a tough loss, but the Raiders are sneaky good. I mean, they gave Denver all that they could. So, but we'll see if they got to travel now to Buffalo. I expect the Bills to bounce back. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Nori taking Baltimore. DJ, what about you?
I'm also taking Baltimore. I don't think that week 1 was necessarily a complete fluke for the Bengals. I think the fact that they only scored 3 points, that falls in the fluke category. I definitely expected more. But they do have a propensity to start off slow, and the Ravens do the opposite. So I'm going to go with the Ravens.
All right. Phil?
So I say this with the caveat, this is my lowest confidence pick of the week, but I'm going to go with the Bengals. I don't know. Again, that's my lowest confidence of all the picks. But.
All right. Chicken wing.
I'm going to go with the Bengals at my utmost confidence.
Are you serious?
Oh, dead serious. Baltimore's too banged up right now. Lost J.K. Dobbins and two other key players on both sides of the ball? Nah, bro. Baltimore hurt.
Did they lose Lamar Jackson?
It doesn't matter if you can't. Listen. When you don't have an offensive line, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to get run the fuck over. Ask Tony Romo. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry, Antonio Romo. Okay, that's his government name.
Wow.
First off, don't do that. Don't do that,
Yeah.
Michael Edmonds. Don't do that.
Antonio Romo. All right.
Did you just compare Tony Romo to Lamar Jackson?
I compared the situation,
Not even.
not the quarterback. When you don't have an offensive line, Russell Wilson, a third one, you're gonna run for your fucking life all game. No, not gonna happen.
Okay, well, a
Since he
couple things,
bounced back.
Mike. First and foremost, Cincinnati, do they have an offensive line?
That don't matter. Okay, listen.
Okay, that's
Don't question my shit, damn it. All right, since he's bouncing back.
That's not cool. Yeah, just let Mike throw shit to the wall, see if something sticks.
Exactly. I'm hold on. Oh, Nori. Chicken Wing's just gonna say shit and just gonna throw it to the wall so we can make it stick. Okay. Don't. Just move on. DJ, what's your pick?
Well, DJ already made his pick, so
Just saying.
I don't expect Burrow to have 2 bad games in a row. I just don't see it. So I'm expecting the Bengals to bounce back, come back fired up. They got embarrassed last week. They don't want to go down 0-2 in their division. So I've got the Bengals back at home getting a win against the Ravens in town.
That's facts. That's huge facts.
Yep.
They can't go 0-2 in that division.
Yeah.
All right, here. Seattle at Detroit. The Lions favored by 6. And I feel like I can ask this one. Is anyone taking Seattle?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No.
No. From the Niners fan? Fuck no. I hope Jared Goff beat the fuck out of them 56-0, bro. Sorry.
They might.
I mean, you're right. They might. I hope so, but you know.
They can put up points, so we don't know what kind of score it's going to get up to, but I definitely see it in the 30s, at least.
70-0? I'll make it happen.
I don't know about that much, but they'll run it up.
Nah, I said 30s.
This ain't college, bro. So
Yeah. You're right. You're right. This ain't high school, my bad.
Hook 'em. Yeah. Suck it, Tuscaloosa. All right.
Damn right.
Chargers at Titans. And I'm keeping with what I told you guys last year. This franchise the Titans always struggle with. Whether the Titans won or lost last week, I was going this way with it. I have the Chargers beating Tennessee.
So with that said, everybody, is anybody picking Tennessee to win this game?
No.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm not saying they had a bad game last week. The Titans did, but yeah, Tannehill's got to take care of the ball in some key situations. But I'm at least happy we figured the kicking game out. You know, so
that's true. That's true. That's one less stress JC has now. So his gray hairs won't fast. Good job.
The shitty part is that as some of y'all know, or most everybody out there knows, I do help coach my daughter's softball team. We were doing a little fundraiser thing on Sunday, so I'm trying to keep up with the game on my phone. And one of our parents is a big diehard Saints fan. Well, he actually was at the fundraiser because his next door neighbor is a Titans fan, and they got tickets to go to the game in New Orleans. So
nice.
He was actually sitting pretty close to the field, enjoying the game. He's all decked out. His buddy was decked out in a Jeffrey Simmons Titans jersey and an Oilers hat. Badass. That's one of the coolest dudes in the world. But they were at the game, enjoying it. He's messaging me, and I was like, God dang it, you know. So. And meanwhile, his wife is there helping with the fundraiser while he's enjoying the game in New Orleans. But anyway, so still, yeah, picking the Chargers. We're all going with the Chargers. Tennessee, got to show me something. That offense has to step up. There's just no excuse anymore. Got Derrick Henry, got D-Hop. Tannehill, take care of the fucking ball. Stop trying to force it. Not that hard.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill should also throw the ball to his own teammates, not the other team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, take care of the damn ball. Right. So. Mm-hmm. All right, Chicago at Tampa Bay. And Tampa only favored by 3. Vegas odds here. But Chicago did pretty much shit the bed last week. So this is one of those games I think is kind of a trap. Chicken Wing. Nori picked Tampa on this one. Yes, I know Baker Mayfield came out all fired up, but I still don't trust the guy. And the Bears, it was Green Bay. I kind of expect it, but we'll see how it goes. DJ, what are you picking?
I'm picking Tampa because, yes, while Chicago was playing Green Bay, they were playing Green Bay led by Jordan Love, not Aaron Rodgers, and they still gave up 38. And yes, Tampa didn't come off a big win, albeit against the Minnesota Vikings. Take that for what it's worth. But I think Tampa will win this game at home, and Justin Fields will go back to the drawing board again.
All right, Phil.
I'm with you on this one, JC. I think the Bears. That was some growing pains this first week 1, but I think they're gonna pull it out against Tampa. I still have Tampa as my worst record in the league this year. So
they're gonna go 1-16, right? So yeah.
So they're losing every other game at this point. Like, no more wins for Tampa. Baker Mayfield. Listen, I understand Baker Mayfield's a quarterback, so I understand why you're saying that. But I don't know if that's true anymore.
All right, Chicken Wing.
I'm gonna have to go with Tampa, even though I want Dallas to lose the next 15.
What the hell does that have to do with this game?
Shut up, okay? I just have hatred to you, okay?
Son of a bitch.
No, seriously, I'm picking Tampa on this one.
Like I said, I expect Chicago to bounce back. I think it'll be a closer game, but I do think Tampa's going to squeak out a win here. So, but I just don't expect the Bears to get embarrassed like they did at home last week. They can answer on the road,
they'll lose by
but
3.
yeah, I'm not 100% confident in this pick. If I was doing the confidence points thing, this would be down there like a 1 or 2. But I did pick Tampa. All right, now this is a big one here. Kansas City at Jacksonville. Phil, you're picking this first. The champs are coming into TIAA Bank Field. What do you got?
So this was a big discussion between my heart and my head I had today with this one. My head says the Chiefs because they're coming off. They don't tend to lose 2 in a row very often. However, Kelsey is still TBD. Unless they got some super glue on the hands of their receivers, then it doesn't really matter how bad our defense is. And I think Jags pull it out at home. They've got some mojo at home lately, and I'm taking it with my 2 in confidence on the week, but I'm going Jags just because I'm a homer who just followed his heart on this one.
All right. Nori,
I'm probably the only one.
Nori is picking the Jags as well, believe it or not.
Oh man.
Yeah, there you go. DJ, what about you?
Contingent on whether or not Kelsey plays. If he does play, I'm going to go with the Chiefs because if nothing else, that will allow Patrick Mahomes to now find his favorite target, and we've known that to be Kelsey for a long time now, and after Tyreek left.
Yeah.
But if he does not play, I would switch my pick to the Jags because, well, see, last week when Travis Kelsey's not there, number one, the offense doesn't look very good. Number two, I guess maybe Travis Kelsey being there is the super glue that was mentioned previously because for some reason, Patrick Mahomes' receivers just drop passes. And the common denominator was Travis Kelsey's not playing. So if he plays, that can take some pressure off of him. He's got Kelsey out. Kelsey has to get covered, maybe even double covered, which will hopefully allow some of his receivers to be wide open, which will give them a 50-50 chance to catch the ball because we saw some passes drop when they were wide open anyway. So Kelsey plays, Chiefs. He doesn't play, Jags.
All right, Chicken Wing.
I'm not gonna lie, I was with Phil for a hot minute. But I saw it more as redemption for last year postseason game because Jags literally had him beat in the playoffs. So I personally want Jacksonville to win to make KC 0-2, but I truly believe that, like what Phil said, KC, it's rare that Chiefs lose 2 in a row at any point. So I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one.
All right. Well, I personally don't want the Jags to win, just for my own reasons here, So, but yeah, KC, I can't see them having 2 games in a row. They've gotten some extra time to rest and game plan, having played on Thursday last week. So, I've got KC coming into Jacksonville getting a win. So, and the final game of the early Sunday games is Indianapolis at Houston, which unfortunately we're probably going to have to watch on our TVs locally because they were in the Houston market. But, at least in the area, if you will. Nori's picking Indy. Indy didn't look too bad against the Jags. Is anyone picking Houston this week?
Nope.
No.
No.
Negative.
Nope. Yeah.
Nah, they'll be rebuilding for at least 24 years. Minimum.
Thanks, Bill O'Brien. All right. Late afternoon Sunday games, starting with Chicken Wings 49ers, heading into SoFi to take on the Rams. Chicken Wing, what you got here?
Man, if this was last year and Jimmy G was starting, it'd been 18 plus. But I'm just gonna go with the Niners, not because I'm a homer, but I think we just have the better tools to execute and squeak it out.
All right. Nori is going with the Niners. Is anybody going with the Rams? They looked pretty good last week, but yeah.
This actually is my highest confidence pick with the Niners. I feel like
All
they're
right.
just go in there and destroy them.
Thank you, sir. Because I got scared you about to say this is my highest confidence picks with the Rams. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking sign off now. All right, I'm done. Fucking done now. The guy's feelings hurt because I said the fucking Chiefs are winning. Like, fuck you, nah. Rams are winning now, bitch.
I'm putting Brock Purdy in for this game on my fantasy league. I think they're going to run away with it.
Yes,
You thinking shootout on this one?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think 49ers are just going to dominate them.
Damn, that's a lot of confidence. I was thinking
Cooper Cup's still on the IR.
Yep.
They're just I don't see a Rams doing a whole lot against that defense.
Yeah, I gotta think this and fucking sucks. But the Seahawks don't have the defense that the 49ers do. So yes, the Rams looked good in week 1 against the Seahawks defense. They won't look as good against the 49ers defense. The same 49ers defense who went to Pittsburgh and were basically playing around on the field. They were playing backyard football. That's how dominant the victory was.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm picking the 49ers, and I don't have any concern that the Rams will even have the game close by the third quarter, quite frankly.
Jesse, you clipped that, right? Please do.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
Go back and rewind when the.
Fuck yes, bro.
Yeah. Look, dude, I'm speaking as a football fan who can watch the game and see. Okay, well, we've got one team playing against a defense that's of average caliber against the defense who right now is arguably the best in the league. So, I mean, it's kind of works itself out.
I would say arguably top 3.
Real.
I would say arguably top 3 for sure, because I think it's us, Dallas, and the Jets, top 3 defenses right now.
I can't give the nod to the Jets because Josh Allen was throwing the ball to Whitehead like it was his teammate. I don't know about all that. Like,
pick's a pick, bro. Pick's a pick.
I agree with your first two, but I think the Browns may have the Jets edged out.
It could be, right? You're right. It's week 1. It's hard to say still, right? But I think we can all agree undisputably it's Dallas, San Francisco top defenses for sure.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2,
Agreed.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Giants at Cardinals.
Yeah.
Nori picking the Giants here.
Shocker.
Okay, I don't know if he wrote this down or not, but did he write down he's confidently picking the Giants? Or
didn't really indicate that, but I
curious.
guess okay. In a way, it's lucky the Giants are playing Arizona next because
It really is. It's their comeback game.
I mean, Arizona's making some personnel decisions that just have you screaming, "Yep, they're tanking." So based on that,
exactly.
is anyone picking the Cardinals this week?
I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
I will be interested to see how many quarters that the Giants can go without scoring, though.
Oh my
I'm picking the Giants, but I just want to know. It's just to see.
I will say this in confidence: if the Giants lose to the Cardinals, I'm picking L's for the Giants the rest of the season.
Oh my god! I mean, I think Nori would too at this point because Jesus, that's bad.
I think he would.
Yep.
I mean, the Giants don't have an easy schedule, so if they can't beat the Cardinals, I don't know who they're going to beat.
Dude, the next 4 of their 5 games are on the road.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nah,
and one of them
fuck
is in San Francisco.
I can't wait, bro. Fuck
now.
yes.
So, anyway.
Another team that was home last week is on the road this week, and also on primetime. The Jets now head to Dallas after losing their highly prized quarterback for this season with a torn Achilles. And I'm sure everyone that bought a ticket to this game in Dallas is a little bit disappointed that Aaron Rodgers is not there. So, DJ, it's your Cowboys. What you got?
It is. Well, I'm picking Dallas. Now, I will tell you, if Aaron Rodgers was still healthy and playing, that would be a very difficult decision because we can't seem to beat Aaron Rodgers when he comes to Dallas. And I don't think him changing teams would have changed that curse. So I was nervous about this until I heard that Aaron Rodgers would not be playing for the rest of the season. So I don't believe Zach Wilson, regardless of how good the Jets defense is, and I do think they have a good defense, ours is better. And I don't believe Zach Wilson can handle that pass rush that we generated against the Giants. Although the Giants' offensive line, I don't know. I think we just call them 7-Eleven because they let everybody in whenever they wanted. But
Damn.
I believe the Jets' offensive line is better, but I don't believe they can handle our pass rush. So, yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys confidently.
All right. Nori is picking the Jets.
That's because Nori is salty about the loss
Probably.
that his Giants took.
I mean, he doesn't want New York to get Texas two-stepped, I guess. So, is anybody else joining him in picking the Jets against Dallas?
Fuck no. No. I say this with confidence. Clip this. I am picking Dallas to obliterate the fucking Jets.
Oh, boy.
So here, I agree with you with one caveat. If Dak from last year shows up,
Very possible.
look what happened to Josh Allen with those 3 interceptions. If Dak shows up like he did last year, then it could go sideways real fast.
Nah. I don't see that.
It probably won't, but I'm still. I have Cowboys, but I'm Dak. There's zero faith there either.
I mean, I get that part, right? Because the reason why I disagree with it because Dallas is too strong for Zach Wilson. Like, it's still going to give him no chance. Like, it'd be like a low-scoring 15-0 game. Like, that's how confident I am in Dallas's defense.
And here's I'll add this too. Phil, I agree with you on that because we all know what Dak Prescott did last year when it comes to throwing the ball to the other team. Like he was getting paid by other teams to play.
He paid us perfectly.
Anyways,
we eliminated him.
Yeah. Shut your fucking mouth. I'm not so we don't figure out that anymore. That didn't happen. So I'll say this in all seriousness. So Mike McCarthy, I think, has changed the way he's going to not the way he's calling plays, but the way we are going to call plays going forward. Because if you notice, last game, how many times did Dak Prescott throw the ball deep? 3. He threw 1 to Brandon Cooks and drew a PI, and the other 2 went to CeeDee Lamb. And when you saw the balls drop into CeeDee Lamb's hands, he was 10 yards wide open. So it's just one of these things where it's like, hey, take what they give you and let the defense do its job. So if he continues playing like that and being a bus driver, just like the Ravens Super Bowl team had with Joe Flacco, then we're good. But to your point, if he decides to try and be hero, the defense shined last week. Now I have to shine and show everybody I'm worth all the money that Jerry Jones overpaid me. Well, then, yeah, we're going to have a fucking problem. So
speaking of quarterbacks, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll take the wins because wins are more important than me showing that I can throw the football 60 yards down the field and then get it picked off. So, anyways, go on.
So, speaking of quarterbacks, since we're still talking about the Jets, so I got an alert. I apparently wasn't paying attention to my phone. So here's a funny thing. So Colin Kaepernick was like, "Hey, I can play. I can work with y'all." Bet, right? No, we didn't get this. However, here is all the quarterbacks the Jets are looking at as a backup to Zach Wilson. Gardner Minshew, everybody knew that. Jacoby Brissett from the Commanders. So those 2 are potential trades. Here are the others. Chad Henne, Nick Foles, Carson Wentz, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton. Holy fuck, bro.
Chad Henne.
Yes.
Of those, I would maybe consider Nick Foles because he's won a Super Bowl. The rest, no.
And the only reason why is because Henne worked with Hackett.
Well, they literally got all of Jaguars' failed quarterbacks over the last 7 years listed there, just about,
That's exactly
except for
what I'm
Blake
listing,
Bortles, who retired. That's
Don't lie, Phil. You were all on the Uncle Rico Gardner Minshew bandwagon.
oh, you're damn right I am.
Yeah, exactly.
I would
Fuck
love
yes.
to see. I would love to see him start somewhere. He's entertaining as fuck to watch.
He sure as shit is, but
Yeah.
God, man, are you serious, bro? Why not?
No,
call him
Kaepernick,
Kaepernick, bro?
in.
I would take him over Kaepernick 8 days a week.
But look, here's the thing, Mike. You say why not Kaepernick? I'll tell you why. At the end of the day, Kaepernick's departure from the NFL was nasty, and he sued the NFL. And while the NFL didn't quote unquote lose the case, they settled because it was bringing a lot of negative publicity to the brand. Owners didn't like that.
Oh, I
Hey,
know.
let's settle,
I know.
pay him some money. So now
I'm
they
just
paid him,
giving
and
some
so now
shit.
the owners are like, hey, we're not going to bring him back in the league, but we're not going to admit that we're not doing that. We're just going to find other quarterbacks we feel are better fits for our system. Yeah,
I know.
Matt Ryan, and he's 1,000 years old, but he's a better fit for your system.
No. Clearly, Matt Ryan, the guy that's responsible for 4 major fuck up games, deficits. I don't know. The Vikings 28-3 was another one. Sorry. He's clearly better than Colin Kaepernick.
Look, I'll just add this for this game, and then we can keep it moving.
Yeah.
So Zach Wilson does not have the speed of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones can move. My point is, Daniel Jones avoided. He got sacked 7 times, but he could have very easily been sacked 15 had he not had the speed and just ran for his life. Zach Wilson doesn't have that speed, so I don't see how he's going to lead the Jets to victory if he's on his back all day, more than the moms that he bangs. Moving on.
I was gonna. If you hadn't said it, I was gonna dunk that in there. I'm just sure, bro.
Dunk.
Can't follow that. Let's just move on. Last of the Sunday late afternoon games. Washington at Denver. Nori's taking Denver. DJ, what about you?
I'm also going to take Denver to beat the Washington Jackasses.
All right. Phil.
So I think Washington sees a golden opportunity not to be the bottom of the barrel in the East forever. So I think they're going to come out hot and heavy for this one, and I'm going to go with Washington. Denver just doesn't. Russell Wilson. He was like the founder of like, you give me that big old paycheck and I just turn off my ability to throw the ball.
I thought Carson Wentz was one of those that did it too.
Yeah, who's first though?
Yeah,
Wentz. He fucking robbed Philly, bro. Nah, fuck that. Nah, he robbed Philly.
Jacob, who you
He wasn't
this game?
Denver.
Denver. All right.
Yeah, because fuck Washington.
As am I.
Agreed.
That's right.
Agreed.
But yeah, about that whole robbery thing. Yeah, Wentz just
Exactly.
That dude's he's a felon. Let's call it what it is. He's a felon.
Well, the
Guy should
difference
be in
between
prison
Wentz,
for the money he stole from Philly and Indy.
yep, the difference between Wentz and Wilson is Wilson had success before. Wentz
Correct.
really didn't.
Yeah.
Nah, Nick Foles carried that team. That's right. Say it. That's yes,
he
sir.
did. He absolutely did. He absolutely
Fucking
did.
right.
Hold on. Carson Wentz was having an MVP caliber season, was number 1 in MVP rankings for a while until he got hurt. Then after that, he just wasn't the same. So
Do you think the Eagles win a Super Bowl that year if Carson Wentz was the quarterback?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
I cannot answer that without legal counsel present.
Sunday night game, Miami at New England. It is a division game, but I feel like I can ask this, especially with the way the Dolphins looked. Is anybody taking
Man.
the Patriots?
Fuck no. Hell no.
No.
Miami's offense is too
No.
strong, bro. Too potent.
He's
I don't-
scary good. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same shit that me and DJ have said for a while now. If Tua stays fucking healthy and doesn't twitches his fingers with a concussion, that man's a monster. Him and Tyreek are fucking on point right now, bro.
And if you feel the need to double cover Tyreek, that's fine. He'll just throw the ball to Jalen Waddle. And
Exactly.
he can run just as fast, almost as fast as Tyreek.
Exactly.
So, I don't know what you do. I honestly don't know what you do.
You
My
really
choice
don't.
This is self-serving, but we have to play the Dolphins this year. I'm not looking forward to that. Really not.
Be a hell of a
That's-
game.
That speed is just ridiculous on that offense right now, bro. That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nuts.
All right. Monday night this week is a doubleheader. You have the Saints at the Panthers at 6:15 Central Time on ESPN, ESPN2, and then the Browns at the Steelers at 7:15 p.m. Central Time on ABC. So, starting with the first one, obviously these are both division matchups, but we'll start with the Saints at the Panthers. And it's funny, this is one of those Monday night doubleheader, but I think we're going to get this question twice. Is anybody going with the Panthers to beat the Saints this week?
No, sir. Panthers are rebuilding.
And
Nope.
is anybody
Nope.
going with the Steelers to pull off an upset and beat the Browns?
Fuck no.
Nope.
So
Nope.
we're all expecting the road teams to win on Monday night. So,
That's correct.
yeah. Crazy how this season has just begun. It's already nuts, right? So, yep, week 2, where people overreact and where we really find out for sure if teams are bad or teams are good. So, I know every year I feel like it. I think there was some, I forget who it was last year, but somebody just got destroyed. Yeah, it was the Packers last year, right? They got destroyed week 1, ended up notching off a bunch in a row. You guys remember that? So,
I do.
yeah.
So I want to start a new segment for us guys, stolen from Rich Eisen's show because it's a great show and I love listening to that podcast.
Okay.
So I want to do something called overreaction, but not Mondays, right? So overreaction weeklies.
Okay.
I'm just going to drop a couple scenarios at you, and I want to see if it's just an overreaction or if it's legit.
All right.
And we'll
Okay.
just do like just a few because it's like super late in the night. I know everybody's got to do stuff. So first overreaction. Buffalo is no longer a Super Bowl contender team.
I say that is not an overreaction.
I say it's a complete overreaction. They've been too dominant for the last 5 years for it to not be an overreaction after week 1.
I say it's an overreaction as well because it's week 1. Josh Allen didn't play well. He's admitted he didn't play well. We all saw it. He threw the ball to the wrong team way too many times.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see that happening consistently throughout the rest of the season. I do think it's going to come down to Buffalo and Miami for that division. But as far as them not being a Super Bowl contender, no, I think they still have a shot. Josh Allen's going to have to turn down the turnovers, though. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right. Here's the second scenario. Overreaction. Dallas will confidently win the NFC East by at least 2 games over Philly.
That's an overreaction. Philly got to the Super Bowl for a reason. You know,
True. They have similar schedules, though.
They have
so,
similar schedules, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, based on history, but what we know, I don't expect the Cowboys to maintain this level of intensity they had in week 1 for an entire season.
Okay.
It's going to be one that they'll do good early on, but towards the season's end, they're going to start to falter.
Okay. And what about you? What about the rest of y'all?
I'm kind of with JC
So-
on this. Just given the fact that I have only heard like one Cowboys fan say this is our year so far. We haven't yet crescendoed. So
Damn it. Okay. I got you.
So I think they will have a good year. They'll likely make the playoffs, but I don't think they win division by more than 2 games.
Okay.
So I just want to start off by saying it makes me physically sick to my stomach talking about the Eagles in any way, shape, or form positively. I just want everyone to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
With that said, I also believe that's an overreaction. If the Cowboys win the division, I truly believe it will come down to the last game of the season for both teams, and one of the teams will win the division, and they'll either win it because they have a tiebreaker or they'll win by one game, something like that. But a two game, I don't see it. I mean, all Philly did was bring back a majority of the players that they had when they went to the Super Bowl, and they've added more pieces. So I can't see them just, I don't know, not being great again.
Okay.
So
Okay. I got two more. Like I said, I don't want to do a lot tonight, but to touch on it.
One caveat on that.
Sure.
Dallas sports is known to choke late in the season.
I mean, Dallas in December. We
Well,
expected.
Rangers in September. I mean,
Oh, you're
just
right.
they're out there. Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Well, since we're talking about Philly, I just saw a
Mavericks
little
in
pop
March.
up on my
Yeah.
on my phone. Braves clinched tonight,
Yeah.
and Philly fans just went off on Acuna.
Because they
Of
clinched against the
course.
Phillies. That's right. Yeah.
Of course. Of
that's
course.
funny.
All right, check it out.
So the next one, Miami will be the division winner of the AFC East.
Not an overreaction. With Aaron Rodgers getting hurt, um,
Yep.
yeah, I'm look. Okay, not an overreaction if Tua stays healthy. If they protect Tua
Bingo.
Tagovailoa,
That's it.
that's the
That's it right
that's
there.
the
I was
one. They have
That's
to
the
protect
one.
him.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
completely
Well,
agree with JC. I have nothing else to say about it. If Tua stays healthy, well, if Tua and the rest of the offensive speedsters stay healthy, then
Mhm.
I don't see any other team beating them to win the division. You know, it'll
if
come down to Miami and Buffalo, but Miami will win it. So, you know,
well,
I
if
think
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I think if it so Miami can do it, but Buffalo's got to give them a little bit of help.
Mhm.
They got to play like they did this last week. Otherwise, they're still, I think, the odds-on favorite.
Okay. Okay. So I know I said two more, but I lied. I just saw another one. I'm actually curious about this one. So this one we touched on earlier. We'll probably just clean it up. Without Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs offense could be just considered mediocre.
I'm going to add something to that. It's not an overreaction if the receivers continue not bringing their hands to the games. If
Okay.
they bring their hands and they catch passes, especially the ones that are wide open, because you live for those where you can have a defender be 5 yards away from you and you just catch the fucking ball, turn and run.
Yeah.
Then no, I don't believe they're average. I believe they're above average. Travis Kelsey makes them elite. Well, let's just call it what it is. There's a reason why he's has all these records for catches, not just catches as a tight end, catches in
Uh-huh.
general.
Okay.
Leading receiver, not just leading tight end, leading receiver. There's a reason why he has these things. So
Okay.
if they catch the ball, then they're
Mhm.
above average. If they don't catch the ball, then fuck them. Quite frankly.
Nice.
So I actually have a theory about this. I was thinking about it earlier when we were talking about this. So with all the quarterbacks, there's some studs out there today, but the only one that's in the conversation that could possibly ever be the GOAT right now is Mahomes. I think we could all agree on that.
Mhm.
Like
But
current rosters and everything. Yeah, Mahomes is
yeah,
undisputedly
yeah.
the best.
right, yeah. But like Brady, Brady and Gronk, Batman and Robin, and Mahomes has that with Kelsey.
Yeah.
Without
I agree.
without Robin, it's hard to say that he's going to be able to do that.
I can see that. I could definitely
I
see that.
agree with that completely.
And you can look at their rosters, both of them. Like when Brady's winning years, he didn't have any really stud receivers. I mean, he got Moss towards the end of his career. But it was never like standouts really. They were all just kind of middle of the road receivers. But he always had Gronk there just to help just push him over the edge. And I think Mahomes has kind of followed that playbook almost to the letter with Kelsey.
Got you. Got you. All right, last one. I promise, JC, last one.
All right.
Last one is the Browns will win the AFC North.
Overreaction.
That's an
Last time I
overreaction.
checked, Baltimore's still in that division. So
Correct.
Yeah. And so is Cincy.
True.
Yeah, that's an overreaction. Look, since he went to bed in week 1, but this is history. Since he starts off slow,
This is
and
true.
then a switch flips, and they start playing the football that we all know they can play. Jamar Chase still plays football, so that connection's still there between he and Burrow. So I mean,
Exactly.
I can't imagine that they lay more eggs like the one in week 1 consistently.
Exactly.
And
Well,
has there ever?
Go ahead.
Well, real quick, has there been any other team in recent history that has just been the disappointment that the Cleveland Browns have been given their roster? I mean,
The Houston Texans.
Can you consider Buffalo a disappointment? They have the talent; they should be getting there, and they just don't get to the Super Bowl.
they're at least in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Cleveland
I would
didn't
disagree
get
with
to the
JC on
playoffs.
that one because there was a point where always Brady and Manning, and then you had other talented rosters like Pittsburgh in the AFC. That was a tough one, JC. Like I can halfway agree with it, but the problem is when you get, like what Phil said, when you got that stud quarterback Pat Mahomes. Well, it's always going to be him. So it's a matter of who's going to be the other one. So I don't know, man. That's kind of hard. At least in the NFC, it's pretty fucking evident. It's Barack fucking Purdy and somebody else.
when it
I don't
comes
know.
to that, though, your question, Phil, the Browns just kind of stand alone. They really do.
I really do,
Franchises,
but
yeah, so.
I honestly think that's an overreaction, personally. I mean, you guys hit it. There are other teams in that division, but I can't see Baltimore. Baltimore's too talented, but only to make the playoffs once in the past 5 years. Come on, man. I don't know. Maybe twice. I could be wrong.
And I would love to see Cleveland just come in and just steamroll through that division. That would be awesome. Just as a team that's underperformed for the past decade or so, I'd like to see it when a team like comes out of nowhere, basically like the Browns have, even though they've had the talent, they just never materialized. I'd like to see them go somewhere, but I don't see it, unfortunately.
I do. The Lions. Just saying. Lions and Niners, NFC Championship. Fuck Dallas.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Throw it out
I'm
there.
sorry.
Can you imagine if it's Lions and Browns in the Super Bowl? How nuts that would be.
That'd be great. That'd be a great fucking Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, but I would watch the shit out that Super Bowl.
I would love that Super Bowl.
I would watch
cannot
the
imagine
shit
that.
out.
A battle of two teams that
I
had
can't
never,
imagine
ever
that.
been.
Of course you can't because Dallas is not in there, but no one wants Dallas to be in there because your fans are
No, I
insufferable.
can't imagine it because it's not realistic. That's why I can't imagine
Oh
it.
my
So
god!
you think the Lions are going to beat? You think the Lions are going to beat the Eagles? The Lions are going to beat the Eagles and the Niners. Is that what you think?
The Eagles, yes,
Wow.
definitely the Cowboys, but I don't know about the Niners.
They're not beating us. Shit.
Shit.
Jared Goff's beating us? Yeah. No, thank you. Jared Goff's not beating us. No, thank you. Come on
Thank
now.
you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of the Sports Minorities Podcast. We'll be back next week to recap how we did in week 2, see if we can make sense of all the chaos just yet, see if I recovered after a horrible showing in week 1, and we'll make our predictions for week 3, and, of course, talk about the latest in sports news. And we may have our first What's Bothering the Minorities topic of the season. So I have one that's been kind of sitting in my head. I just wanted to save it till we got a few weeks in. So.
Hey, real quick, Lions last made the playoffs in 2016 and lost in the wild card round. They've been 17 times in their 94 seasons to the playoffs.
See,
That's impressive, man. It's great. That's a sign of greatness right there.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. It's heavy sarcasm. Very heavy.
So I am Chicken Wing, signing off as the resident Niners fan, hoping that JC doesn't break 10 wins after week 2 of the playoffs. I mean, regular season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He'll be 5-11.
I hope I go 16.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you
Can
imagine?
you imagine?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, $5 parlay, JC, do it. Do it. I just want 10%. That's it.
No.
Good evening once again. DJ here, Cowboys fan. I'd like to give a special shout out to all of the Alabama Crimson Tide fans around the world. Hook 'em. If you think it was a nightmare this past Saturday and you were dreaming because the Texas Longhorns went to Tuscaloosa and did something most teams don't even dream about doing, you're wrong. It was real. We beat your ass in your own stadium. We didn't take your lunch money. We made you take your money, buy us lunch. We ate it in front of you. Then you cleaned up our mess. Have a great night.
It's a lot of hatred.
And this is Phil. I'm going to start a meal train for Nori as he convalesces
Right.
from this week. So,
Jesus.
guys, we can sign up. We can sign up after we sign off here, guys. To who sends him a pizza.
Then again, yes.
Well,
What? Hang on. This
how
is
many
JC
slices will that
Resident
pizza
Titan.
have? Like,
Depends what you get. So,
Mm.
JC, you're a resident Titans fan, and yes, in addition to celebrating the Longhorns win, I do also get to celebrate the Roadrunners beating the Bobcats, keeping my bragging rights over my wife. 5-0 now on the football field against the Bobcats.
But because of that win, he's now sleeping on the couch because she's pissed at him.
No. But I do want to say this real quick. Being in the Alamo Dome for that game, 49,000 plus, the second largest crowd in UTSA football history, the largest crowd in the history of that rivalry for any sporting event.
Good.
Just how loud it was in there between the Roadrunner faithful, the Bobcat faithful who showed up and showed out, bands getting in together. This rivalry is so amazing, and it's pretty awesome to see it. Next year's going to be in San Marcos. There is one tradition that was started. At halftime, the bands did a performance together. It wasn't one band and then the other. They got on the field and did a performance together. It was pretty awesome to see. So that is one thing I hope they keep going. Next year, the game is in San Marcos, and I'm a little worried because Frank Harris will be long gone by then after so many years with the Runners. But the Bobcats are a team to keep an eye on. They have a good coach. They got some good transfers. And the Runners eked one out. But man, what a game. My dream is for one day ESPN to come to San Antonio, San Marcos for this rivalry game, because this is something very special going on here between San Antonio and San Marcos. And would love for Alex King to come recognize it just one time. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this week on the Sports Minorities Podcast. And we'll catch you next week.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities Podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities. Search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
I can't begin to imagine how bad Giants fans feel right now, but I have to tell you with confidence that I love every minute of it.
I know you did. I know you sure did.